Aloha gang and welcome to High Now Daily. I'm Kai Noah Carlson. Today, an incredible show we have planned for you folks, the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra Takeover Edition.
Oh yeah, and I'm Rachel Pocaro. The Hawaii Symphony Orchestra is a nonprofit organization that's by and for Hawaii.
Absolutely, so today is all about kūpuna, your support for the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra, which is able to bring music to life. And today it's all about playing it forward.
Ooh, we're gonna learn more about how they inspire, educate, and connect us all through music, from keiki to kūpuna. And now let's kick off the show with our correspondent, Lauren Taruya, who's sitting down with our very first guest.
That's right. I have the honor of sitting with the artistic and music director, Dane Lamb, along with president and CEO, Amy Iwano. Thank you both so much for being here.
It's great to be here.
Okay, so this season is so exciting, Dane. You have to tell us what's up ahead. What do we have coming for us?
It's an awesome season. So we are the orchestra for all of Hawaii, and so we have music, something for everybody. We're kicking off this weekend, this Sunday at the Blaisdell Concert Hall, 4 p.m. And it's a concert that's going to take us all around the world, really. We start off with Richard Strauss's Don Quixote. Now that's not the very famous store that we all know here in Hawaii, but it does pretty much have the whole kitchen sink in it, and it features two of our very own musicians, Mark Vodopek, our principal cello, and Mark Butin, our principal viola, to tell the story of Don Quixote, Sancho Panza, and the whole orchestra. Now, Lauren, have you ever heard of the instrument called the pipa?
No, I haven't.
The pipa is this amazing instrument, this plucked string instrument from China. Okay. And we have the world's foremost pipa virtuoso, Wu Man, who plays in Yo-Yo Ma's Silk Road Ensemble, and she's coming to do this amazing pipa concerto. There are all kinds of effects. She's a rock star of the pipa world.
Wow, oh my gosh, that gives me chicken skin. I'm like, I must see this pipa for the first time.
You got to see it. There's nothing else like it on these islands, and this is what the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra does. We bring in some of the finest musicians in the world, but we also have some of the finest musicians in the world here in our orchestra who live in Hawaii, who teach our keiki. We really make the fabric, the musical fabric of Hawaii here at HSO.
And I think that really is one of your strengths, you know, being able to truly meld the talents of worldwide class act musicians and also bringing in so much talent right here in Hawaii. Now, Amy, I want to talk to you because you have done an incredible job at really expanding access for people here in Hawaii. Can you talk about some of the exciting opportunities that people have to get tickets?
That is definitely a priority, access. We want one and all to come to our concerts. So this season, we're doing that through partnerships with businesses and collaborations with other organizations. The Ballet Hawaii and Manoa Valley Theater will actually be performing as part of our Sounds of Shakespeare Festival in March. And we're also offering a new family concert series called Beyond the Music. That actually starts this Saturday morning, 11 a.m. We're also collaborating with the Hawaii Youth Symphony, who will be giving instrument demonstrations before the show begins. The show is all about storytelling about the composer and the music, with music illustrated by the orchestra. So we have student discounts, $15 flat. We have teacher discounts, discounts for military, first responders. And we want everybody to feel like the Hawaii Symphony belongs to them.
Absolutely, and you've done an incredible job making that happen. Now, Dane, I know you mentioned this upcoming concert, but what else is in store for the season? What are you looking forward to?
Well, there's absolutely something for everybody. We like to regularly make history at the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra. So last year we had our Beethoven Festival where we performed all Beethoven's 9 symphonies in 3 weeks.
That was epic, I have to say.
Never before happened. This year we're riffing on a different theme, another famous historical figure. This time it is Shakespeare, William Shakespeare. We've got a big Shakespeare festival in March. We're collaborating with Ballet Hawaii, with Manoa Valley Theater to do the entire Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh my
That
gosh.
is going to be epic. And the other one that I'm really looking forward to is Mahler's 9th Symphony. Now, Mahler was the original emo composer. At the turn of the 19th and the 20th century, massive orchestra, he wore his heart on his sleeve. And so anybody who loves emotions, anybody who loves to love, anybody who loves to cry is just going to swoon to Mahler's 9th.
The thespian, the theater kid in me is so excited for that. And Amy, I have to ask you, looking into the future of HSO, what are you most looking forward to?
This season, I hope people will see the expansion that we're making across the community. We're investing in our education programs. We have 2 school concerts where they're field trips, where we're busing students into what may be a lot of kids' first performance at the Blaisdell Concert Hall and with the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra. So that's one thing that we're doing. We're sending musicians into the classrooms, as well as a lot more that you'll hear about throughout this hour.
Yes, that's right. So thank you both so much for just kicking off just a snapshot of what we're getting into for the next hour. I'm going to toss things back over to Rachel and Kainoa.
Thanks so much, you three. And you know, I'm just waiting for that Harry Potter, right?
Oh, absolutely. I know you're a big fan. Also, did Dane Lamb just drop the quote of the year? We like to make history regularly.
Oh,
That needs to be on a t-shirt and like bumper stickers
that's
all
right.
over, I think.
Leave it to Dane Lamb with those one-liners. Always.
I love it. And in the videos, you can totally tell he loves what he does.
Yes,
I'm a
he
big
does.
fan of it. Now,
So
that's what today's all
enthusiastic.
about. You know, kūpuna support, which is continuing to bring music to life. And there's many ways to play it forward. Now,
There's
right
a whole
there.
list right there online. Just scan the code to visit their website, myhso.org/donate. But here's a short list of how you can support, aside from buying tickets to their shows at the Blaisdell and at the Hawaii Theater Center.
That's right. You can sponsor a musician, you can give back monthly, and support their fundraiser gala coming up in November. So you still got time, which we're going to get a chance to chat about just a little bit later in today's show. But again, for more info, scan that QR code on your screen.
That's right. But stay with us. So much more to come right here on High Now Daily. It is the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra Takeover Show.
We're going to have instruments, we're going to have music.
and then we'll be right back.
We got a lot to get to today. How's it, Aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily, the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra Takeover Show. We got a lot to get to today, and we're continuing to expand on ways we can continue to kokua and support this local organization here at home. A lot of it comes down to collaboration. We're joined right now by composer in residence, Mr. Michael Thomas Fumai. Always a pleasure, brother. Welcome.
Aloha kanaha.
Good to see you again. Okay, collaboration, as I mentioned, is one of the big ways people can continue to support the organization, and we're kicking things off with a unique one close to home here with the University of Hawaii.
Correct. We have our Symphony of the Hawaii Seas, and this is a performance that unites music, animation, science, hula, storytelling, all together to tell the story of our seas, what our role as caretakers are, what our role to Imalama Ikekai, care for the ocean. And so this is a performance that is unlike any concert. Imagine the orchestra on stage performing live original music by local composers with animation projected on the big screen, like the movies, IMAX experience, and it is animation based off stories that are deeply rooted in Hawaiian genealogy. And we have storytelling, narration with Kaipu Dutois of Lilo and Stitch. And there's a hula that audiences can learn and perform live at the concert. So it really is a collaboration, a village made for and by Hawaii with a global message.
Very cool. And as we continue to talk about these different opportunities for collaboration and to support, another very special one for you, near and dear to your heart. This is going to be a field trip, if you will, a first of its kind, I'm told, to a place you're very familiar with.
Kawananakoa Middle School, my alma mater.
Hey.
And that's where I started music, where I learned to play the violin. And we are bringing the symphony to the keiki there. This is launching our Symphony in the Schools program. And I'm so thrilled that we can bring orchestral music to our keiki. And we are looking forward to celebrating December with them and bringing the power of music to the Ali'i warriors.
Very cool. Now, I'm curious as well, as someone who gets to see these collaborations oftentimes play out, what is that like when you're kind of seeing the next generation, be it at this Kawananakoa Middle School, the Hawaii Youth Symphony as well, and even members of University of Hawaii's music department being a part of these collaborations? That's got to be incredible to see A, just how music can touch people, but B, how full circle it is here at home.
It is, and it really gives music purpose here, and gives me purpose. And it's so powerful to see how our orchestra can serve the community and really serve all of our keiki with providing them with a pathway to explore their own voices. For me, when I picked up that violin for the first time at Kawananakoa, I didn't know that I was picking up a future career. And so we want to be able to ensure that every child has that opportunity.
Very exciting. We're also speaking as well about something big happening this weekend. I'm told you're getting dressed up as a Roman. What can people expect this coming Saturday, Michael?
Oh, this is beyond the music, and we're going deep and journeying into the pines of Rome, and I'll be dressed as a first senator of the Senate, and we were going to kind of take a field trip back in time to the time of emperors, gladiators, and see how Respighi, created music to honor the pine trees of Rome.
Very cool. As we mentioned throughout the show today, we're continuing to talk about support for this organization here at home. For people out there watching right now, what do you want people to know about Hawaii Symphony Orchestra?
The Hawaii Symphony Orchestra is for everyone, and there's a place for everyone. There's music for everyone, and I think with our programming, our education programs, our concerts, our film concerts, our Hapa Symphony concerts, our classical masterworks concerts, there is something for everyone.
How do people continue to sign up and support?
Go to our website, myhso.org.
Michael, thank you very much for the time. Always a pleasure. Right now, you're looking at a QR code that's currently on your screen. So again, for more information about Symphony of the Seas as well, you can check it out. We're going to toss things over to Rachel right now, who's standing by with a guy who's probably got one of the coolest names on today's show, Johnny Valentine.
Yes, Valentine. Yes, he is a heartthrob. If you go to any of his concerts, everybody, the audience is screaming his name. And what do you get when you take homegrown local talent, you add a full symphony orchestra to the mix? You get the Hapa Symphony, and of course, I'm sitting right down now with Mr. Johnny Valentine himself. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Okay, now you are back by popular demand. You were with the HSO last year, and you're back for more. Let's talk about that, your experience so far working with Hawaii Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, my God. When they called me, I was like, is this for real? So I told my wife, babe, I think I made it.
You definitely made it. That's why they want you back. And you're going to be doing an amazing show that's for Mother's Day. Is that correct?
Yes, and I've actually written a couple of tunes for that and selected more material and that suits for that holiday.
Yes. Okay, so we all know Mother's Day is in May, but is the Hapa Mama concert that's going to be coming up. You're going to be performing with a full orchestra behind you. Let's talk about that for a moment. The sound, the collaboration, what does that just bring to your entire performance?
I get a lot of compliments of this certain songs that I sing, with the dynamics and all that, all the things that I've done. But when there's an orchestra behind me, it just enhances everything that I'm trying to portray as far as the lyrics and song. So it's just on the highest level of music to have an orchestra, backing you up. So
Yes.
it's such an honor. And plus with Dane Lamb conducting, and I think Michael Fumai is going to be conducting this one. With this style of orchestration, it just enhances all the lyrics and all the words. And when I gave my songs to Michael Thomas Fumai, he actually took the time to read the lyrics so he can enhance what part would be sad So it really, the strings and everything, and Iggy behind me, I was just, everybody had goosebumps. You could see people with chicken skin. They were scratching their neck.
Wow. Oh my gosh, the collaboration, the process of taking your songs and making it with this full Hawaii Symphony Orchestra, it must have been otherworldly, and that's why you are back for more. We're talking about this Hapa Mama concert that's coming up. That's going to be in May. So if you haven't got your tickets, they're available right now. Just go to myhso.org. And then I have to ask about the collaborations with artists. Why is that so important for the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra to be performing and asking other local artists to be a part of their shows?
That was a great idea that they did that, because we have so much great talent in Hawaii, and to hear their songs with an orchestra, it just takes it to another level. I mean, not another, but the highest level of music.
Nice.
So, and you're talking world-class symphony players here. So it was such an honor to perform with them. And after the concert, I tried to shake everybody's hands, in the symphonies. It's such an honor. Thank you so much.
Yes. Oh man. Well, we're excited for the show that's coming up. I mentioned Hapa Mama, but you have been also working on some new material these days. Yes, and that's what you're going to be performing for us today. Yes.
Yes.
All right. What's it called?
Well, last week, I just wrote the song last Friday. And so last week, I always greet my wife. She has an office in the house. And then, and the dog, I have two dogs there, and they're wagging their tails. So my wife goes, man, if I had a tail, I'd wag it for you. That's a great title. So I wrote the song the next day, and I'll sing that song today.
All right. Well, I'm excited to hear this, and maybe we'll all be wagging our tails here in the High Now studio. I'm going to step out of frame here, but make sure you pull out your phone, scan the QR code right there. All the information for the Hapa Mama celebration with Johnny Valentine. Take it away.
When you smile, my whole world shines. With every breath I take, I'm glad you're mine. If love had a signal, I know what to do. If I had a tail, I'd wag it for you. I wag it in the morning, I wag it at night, I wag it every time you hold me tight. No diamonds, no silver could sparkle like you. If I had a tail, I'd wag it for you. Your kisses feel like springtime in bloom. Your laughter is the brightest song in the room. If our joy had rhythm, my heart's keeping true. If I had a tail, I'd wag it for you. I'd wag it in the morning, I'd wag it at night, wag it every time that you hold me tight. No diamonds, no silver could sparkle like you. If I had a tail, I'd wag it for you. I'd wag it for you. I'd wag it for you.
Welcome back to High Now Daily, Hawaii Symphony Orchestra Takeover Edition. We're in the last few days of summer right now, but back in July, we had a chance to check out the Summer Symphony in the park. The free Hawaii Symphony Orchestra concert was held at Kailua District Park back on July 9th. Guests were delighted by summertime symphonic hits from the stage and screen. Plus, there were special performances by the winners of the Nahoku Opio Young Stars competition. We had a chance to speak with the talented young musicians, a harpist and a cellist, and here's what they had to say.
Experience is like a full circle moment for me where I get to, play on the same stage as these musicians who have taught me so much. And it's just setting off my high school music career with a bang. Growing up, I had a lot of the HSO musicians as my musical educators. Like musicians like Mr. Pena, he was my conductor for my Iolani orchestra. And growing up, he just really helped me develop a better passion, or more of a passion for music, and just learn how to connect through music. And even like musicians like Iggy Jang, who is not here today, he helped me experience my first taste of quartet music, because I believe that music always carries a message. And I just hope that people can learn that you can express through music.
Hawaii Symphony is truly such an honor, really, because I get to play alongside with my teachers and my coaches who have helped me throughout my high school career. And I would really like to think of this experience as kind of commemorating all of their efforts and everything that they've taught me. And yeah, it's really just an honor to play with them. When people hear my performance tonight, I hope I'm able to convey to them my passion and love for music, and just how much care that I have.
So much talent. Now, to learn more about Nahoku Opio Young Stars, just visit their website, myhso.org. Kainoa, over to you.
Rachel, thank you very much. Today we've been talking about collaboration, and now it's all about inspiration as well. We want to introduce the next pair of guests to our show. Iggy Jang is here. He's one of the best violin players in all of planet Earth. Randy Wong, the president and CEO for the Hawaii Youth Symphony. Welcome into the show, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us. Great to be here.
It's been an awesome time so far. Learning so much about what HSO does as an organization. But Randy, the work that you guys do as well in terms of really mentoring, fostering an environment where keiki can thrive and really look up to the work that HSO does. What is that like for you, being able to mentor?
It's really, really amazing. We've got just incredible kids ages 7 to 18 who want to see themselves achieving to the same degree that people like Iggy and the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra musicians are. And so when our two organizations come together side by side in a collaboration where the kids and the adults are together as stand partners, that is unbelievable. It's a chance for them to join the major leagues for a day, and wouldn't you believe they can really dream courageously.
And so I imagine oftentimes that when the kids are getting opportunities like this to play alongside the symphony, when guys like Iggy come in, is everyone just like, that's Iggy Jang over here hanging out with us? We're gonna get a chance to play with that guy. Is that what it's like?
That's exactly what it's like. I mean, well, when I was a kid, I dreamed of being in the Hawaii Symphony, and I never thought that I would ever have the chance. And so for these kids today, for them to be, for them to work with the Hawaii Symphony musicians, to be mentored by, a lot of them are the private teachers in the orchestra, and they love listening to orchestral music. So for the chance for them to be on stage and to rehearse and to perform together, there's nothing like that. And so we're so grateful to Hawaii Symphony for this opportunity.
Absolutely, it's such a unique opportunity. And Iggy, as we all know, you are a bad man with that violin in your hand. He's won international violinist awards as well. You sit first violin though for Hawaii Symphony Orchestra. For people who aren't familiar, break down what that means. You're really kind of like, help narrating the music as it's happening as well.
So technically, my position, if I have a business card, is called Concert Master of the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra.
And it's read just like that.
Most people don't quite understand what Concert Master is. It's just like you said, the violinist who sit on the first chair closest to the conductor, which means I get to be the liaison between the conductor and the rest of the musicians, which also means if the musicians are not happy or if the conductor is mad, I take the heat.
Oh my gosh, no pressure, Iggy, no pressure at all. Okay, so I'm curious, what does one have to do to be able to sit in that seat? And Randy has told me it's a tough process, right? Are you it's a battle of sorts, right, to be able to sit there?
Actually, it's mostly
Look
intangibles.
Right there, do exactly what you're doing.
It's mostly intangibles. So if I'm going like, you play musically, if I'm going like, you play assertively. So it's mostly non-verbal language. So the truth is, maybe 300-400 years ago, you didn't have a conductor. You didn't have a Dane Lamb. He wasn't born yet. So you had just the musicians without the conductor. So the person leading the orchestra was usually the first violinist, sometimes a keyboard. But that's why now they call it concertmaster in America. In England, they call it leader. In France, they call it premier violon solo.
And on High Now Daily, we're just calling him a star. He is the star here today. Randy, I want to touch base with you as well, because side-by-side concerts, do we have any more coming up, or what can people continue to look forward to?
We do.
With collaboration.
We've got one in the spring, and then we've all got one as part of our Pacific Music Institute Summer Festival. You can find out more by following our respective organizations, High Youth Symphony and Hawaii Symphony.
There you go, Randy. Thank you very much. We're going to have some more information posted over there on your screen. And as we head to break, that QR code is going to take you to more links to continue to support all the work of HSO and the Hawaii Youth Symphony as well. As we go to break, my new best friend on this show, Iggy Jang. Take it away.
I'm here backstage at the Neil Blaisdell Concert Hall, and we're getting an inside look on what a rehearsal looks like. But before we get started, I have to introduce you to two of Hawaii Symphony's orchestra's amazing musicians. We have Claire and Alex here. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to ask you, both of you are incredible musicians and a part of the orchestra, but you also are heavily involved in education and the community. So can you talk about what instruments you play and also what you do as educators?
So I play the flute, but then I also teach. I teach at two different schools. I teach at one which is Trinity Christian School and one which is St. Benedict Hall. They're both on the windward side, and I teach general music and choir for K through 12.
Holy smokes, she's a really busy woman. And Alex, what do you do? What do you play and what do you do as well?
So I play the oboe and I teach at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and I'm also the oboe instructor at the Punahou School, and I also maintain a studio of private oboe students.
You guys keep it busy in the community. I love it. Now, being a part of the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra, of course, it is like I've been to so many concerts, chicken skin every time. Can you just talk about your experience and your passion, why you show up year after year?
Well, I've just been doing this my whole life. It's something that I love so much, and I just think it's so beautiful when we bring a real masterpiece to life in real time.
I couldn't, wow, that was like perfectly said. And Alex, I want to ask you, I know this is your rookie year, is that right? So how has this past year been for you?
Yeah, so this has been my official first season, this past season, and this is actually my community that I grew up with, so many of the musicians were my role models when I was growing up here, and now I get to call them my colleagues, so it's really wonderful.
That is amazing. And we were talking about, of course, you both are educators in the community, but there's also a really nice bridge between HSO and tons of schools, kids being able to experience Hawaii Symphony Orchestra for the first time. So what is that like to really bridge education with music?
Well, the Symphony's done a lot of great educational outreach over the years. We have gone and played in small chamber ensembles at schools. We've also done concerts like the Symphony of the Hawaiian Birds, Symphony of the Hawaiian Forest, and we have an upcoming concert, Symphony of the Hawaii Oceans or Seas. So we're really excited about that. It's a synthesis of modern compositions, classical music, and also visual art.
I'm really looking forward to that, and I agree, it's amazing how many different forms of art are involved in HSO. Like, they do such a wonderful job with that. Now I have to ask you, the new season is coming up, so what are we most looking forward to?
What I'm really looking forward to this season is the Shakespeare Festival. This past season we did the Beethoven Festival, but this year for our Shakespeare Festival, we're collaborating with Manoa Valley Theater for A Midsummer Night's Dream, as well as Ballet Hawaii for both the Tchaikovsky and the Prokofiev's Romeo and Juliet.
Holy smokes, I'm gonna for sure be there. That is so exciting. I love when the worlds of the thespians and the musicians get together, so that's really cool. Claire, what about you?
I'm really looking forward to Renee Fleming because she is just iconic. You can't ask for a better soprano in the world, and she's gonna come here and sing with us.
Oh my gosh, yes. So much to look forward to in the new season. Thank you both so much for your time, giving us a little inside look on what goes on back here, and I'm really looking forward to watching your rehearsal coming up. Aloha and welcome back to High Now Daily. Now we are in the midst of our HSO Takeover show and I'm back with Dane Lamb, the music and artistic director. We have a lot to talk about because one of the most phenomenal things about the symphony is the incredible partnerships that you have here in the community. So can you talk about, what's up ahead? What can people expect when they're online looking for tickets?
We at the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra believe so much in community. We have our Hawaii Symphony series where we feature some of the very best Hawaiian recording artists. We've got Robert Casimiro, we've got the wonderful Johnny Valentine, we've got Waitiki 7. We have so many great people coming to perform with us, as well as not just artists, but entire films. We've got Home Alone and Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, the big film on screen with the full orchestra on stage with the live soundtrack. It's an unparalleled experience.
I completely agree. Just this past season, I saw both Taimane and Kūpuna as a part of your Hapa series, and I love them as artists here locally, but also just to see them with the symphony behind them, it was something that you really can't experience anywhere else in the world. But speaking of worldwide, in addition to what we have here locally as our artists, you also bring in some insanely talented artists. So what is that partnership like and how do you select the artists that you bring here to Hawaii?
Well, it's a real point of, I said we like to make history on the regular here in Hawaii. So we're bringing in, for example, in this upcoming Masterworks season, we have probably America's greatest opera singer of the past 50 years. Renee Fleming is coming to Hawaii to perform with the symphony next June 2026. Of course, we open the season this weekend, 4 p.m. at the Blaisdell Concert Hall with Wuman, this amazing pipa virtuoso, and everything in between. And so many of these guest artists, they don't just perform on stage with the symphony, but they offer their talents and in a masterclass session with aspiring composers, aspiring musicians. So Wuman is giving a masterclass. The great violinist Anna Kiko Myers is giving a masterclass. We've got Adam Golker, an amazing pianist, giving a masterclass. Stella Chen, George Lee. I mean, so many of these artists that would never ordinarily come to Hawaii are here because of the symphony, performing on stage and sharing their talents with our up-and-comers.
That is absolutely incredible, and it's something that you really can't get anywhere else, especially to see them perform, but also to experience and have an opportunity to be educated. And actually, speaking of performances with talented artists from across the world, I had a chance to chat with world-renowned pianist Olga Kern in her most recent collaboration with HSO. Check it out. The Hawaii Symphony Orchestra has partnerships with artists across the world, and we have the special treat of being able to talk with Olga Kern, who is a world-renowned pianist. I cannot express how big of a fan I am. So first of all, thank you so much for allowing me to have this time with you.
Of course, pleasure.
And this is not your first time with the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra. No. You're back here in Hawaii. So can you just talk about your previous experience and what it's like to be back here?
First of all, I just love the nature here. It's such a special place. The colors of green and the sea and the sun and the people are so warm and the orchestra is wonderful. Every time to perform here was a great experience. I worked with the different conductors and I played Rachmaninoff, I played Tchaikovsky this time. It's a special piece, Beethoven, a grand, beautiful concerto, Emperor Concerto No. 5. So yeah, it's always been just a very happy experience.
Oh, good. Okay, so you mentioned Beethoven's Emperor Concerto. What are you most looking forward to, with what's going on here?
The musicians of this orchestra are very sensitive, very flexible. So now we're rehearsing, and we will find, I'm sure, something very special. Especially for me, I always love in the second movement because it's such a beautiful music. It's already like kind of late Beethoven language, and there is kind of like romantic feel to it, and the pianissimo, the softest parts there. That's why I'm talking about sensitivity of the orchestra, because that's what we will be working on, and kind of like a blend, a piano and the full orchestra together for that special, very sweet, very delicious moment.
What I I'm sensing from you is just so much energy. I've seen it in the way you perform, but also Hawaii has a very special energy to it as well. So, how would you say that it kind of blends together for you?
Yes, and it's very important, as I mentioned, that in the rehearsal, to find that energy, to find that balance, and then in the concert, I always say to my friends and to everyone, please come to a live concert, because the energy, our energy on stage and energy of the audience, that is blending, there is something so powerful, so special. And that's what is unique every time to hear a live concert. So that's why I invite everyone.
We have some keiki watching. What would be some of your advice to keiki right here in Hawaii who are looking forward to having a professional career in something like the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra?
I always love working with the young generation. First of all, it gives me inspiration, and I'm teaching and I have my competition, and for me always the most important advice I always tell, especially for pianists, is to practice. When you work really hard, you always have great results in the end. It's a hard work, a lot of people will say, oh, it's great, she's beautiful on stage, great gown, she's playing, everything is happy and great, but behind this, it's hours and hours of work, being by yourself, just me and piano. It can be very lonely for many hours, but that's what we need. We need to work for a great result.
Olga, thank you so much for your advice. You heard her. Discipline, practice makes perfect. And of course, I know you have your rehearsal to get to, but if you want more information, go to hinowdaily.com.
Aloha and welcome back to Hi Now Daily. Throughout today's show, you've heard all about the impact Hawaii Symphony Orchestra has on our community, educational programs, local artist collaborations, and world-class music. And now it's our time to show our support and play it forward. And joining me now is Melissa and Chris Benjamin, the Gala chairs of this year's event. Thank you for being here with me today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about your involvement with Hawaii Symphony Orchestra. How did you find that in your life, and why did you folks decide to be a part of the event this year?
Well, we love Dane. Dane is a very special music director. He is a Hapa Haole guy from Australia, so I think he understands the Pacific Rim. He really leans into our cultural mix here. He's just got this great combination of being, Juilliard trained guy with deep knowledge of music, but he really loves to educate audiences too. I love how he will start out before a piece is played and talk about why he chose it and what to look for, and I really get a lot out of that. I just really like to get out and do things that connect me with people. And I think sitting in a room that's full of people who are really paying close attention to musicians who've worked their whole lives to do what they do and perform this music is just transformative. And I leave every concert feeling really uplifted.
Wow, I mean, Dane is blushing over there in the corner with all those nice things that you said about him. He really is amazing. And to see him so charismatic when he's out there on the stage with the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra, there's nothing like it. And then I wanted to talk about this event that's coming up. It's the Gala that you folks host every year. You guys are a part of that, putting something so spectacular together. What can we expect this year, and what are you looking forward to?
Well, we're excited about the Gala because it's the biggest fundraiser of the year for the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra. And so the thing we're looking forward to first and foremost is raising a lot of money to support the great work that Dane, Amy, and others do, and the fantastic work of the musicians. And the reason that is important is that the impact of the symphony goes well beyond the concert hall. The symphony is having an impact in the community, in schools, educating, not only giving people the enjoyment of the music, but also giving our youth the exposure to the music and education. And so we're excited about that. We're also excited about the fact that it's going to be a fun event. We're going to have a performance by the symphony. It's a great way to see the symphony orchestra perform in an intimate setting and see the incredible talent of not only the symphony musicians, but also the special guests that we'll have that night.
Also, Chris, you gotta be real. You mentioned you love the dancing.
My favorite part is the dancing afterwards, but we have to raise the money first.
Absolutely. And then just talking about the collaborations, you mentioned educational programs, the other artists that are involved. Why is it so important for others out there, our viewers, Hi Now Daily viewers, the entire community, to be supporting the good work that they do every year throughout the year?
Well, I think that they really contribute to the musical ecosystem of Hawaii. I mean, a lot of them are teaching children, and
yeah, I think that what we really appreciate about the symphony musicians is that they are not just working with the symphony. They are the teachers that are in our classrooms, the studios, the living rooms, teaching our kids music. And music is such an important part for cognitive development, social development, even physical development. It plays an important role in all of those. And without the Hawaii Symphony, without that source of income for these musicians, many of them may not be able to live in Hawaii, and we might lose that resource. So that's one of the main reasons that we are supportive of the symphony. And also the theme, Play It Forward, obviously a play on Pay It Forward, is about trying to make sure that we are supporting the symphony and the musicians as they pay forward the gift of music that they've been given to the next generation.
Absolutely, and go ahead, play it forward. They are doing some tickets. It's actually table sales right now, November 8th. So go ahead and head to myhso.org for all the information. In fact, pull out your phone, scan the QR code. It'll all be right there on their website. You two, thank you so much for joining me today. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of Hi Now Daily, the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra Takeover Show.
Aloha and welcome back to High Now Daily. We got our entire Hawaii Symphony Orchestra Ohana right here on our main set. Thank you all so much for joining us today. As you can see, incredible work in the community, so many opportunities to entertain our community. Isn't that right, Rach?
That's right, and a lot of performances coming up, so just head to myhso.org. You can talk about the incredible work that they're doing, but also find out when those performances are because you don't want to miss any of them. I'm excited for this upcoming
Absolutely,
season.
and also, again, don't forget, biggest fundraiser of the year. You just heard about it, taking place November 8th. It looks like an incredible night to celebrate all the great work, and again, a chance for the community to play it forward.
Yeah.
Speaking of playing, Johnny's got the guitar.
It's time to wag your tails, ladies and gentlemen.